gathered some of the industry's top builders and fabricators on this stage to show you their skills live and in person. Watch as they chop, grind, and weld their creations into existence right before your very eyes. Feel free to ask questions at any time directly to your host, Pat Jansen. The doors to the shop are open, so pull up a stool, kick back, and welcome to the Grease and Gears Garage.
All right, I'm Pat Jansen. Welcome to Grease and Gears Garage. Seems weird that we do this sometimes. Sometimes we do this when there's not even anybody in the room. The reason we do that is we Facebook Live this. So anything that you see here will be archived on our YouTube channel, Grease and Gears Garage. You can always find it at Cycle Source Magazine. Right now, Right now it's live, going through a bunch of different...
Testing.
I don't know all this Twitch and YouTube and Facebook and all that. So we got a lot of good stuff that's going on. We're at the 79th Annual Sturgis Rally for you folks that aren't here. And today we got a real special treat. It's going to be a little out of control. I lost control of this stage about 40 minutes ago. And... it's John Shope, so it's chaos.
Testing.
Yeah, give it up.
Corey Souza, testing.
Is your mic Corey Souza, Originals, John Shope, Dirty Bird Concepts.
If you can't understand his Florida accent, I'll translate.
No, I'm a asshole.
So guys, what do you got for us today, John?
Well, we've got, first I want to say, Billy Lane, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you just talk.
All right, so Billy Lane donated this motor, so we don't know if it's stolen or if there's anything inside of it, but as we get to taking it apart, we're going to install our panhead rocker box covers. This is my ace mechanic right here, Corey Souza. If you guys are following me, you need to... I didn't say you could clap yet. If you guys are following me, you got to follow this guy. What's your handle? What's your deal?
My handle?
Yeah, what's your handle?
Truck driver?
Hi, I'm Tripod. I'm looking for Sugar Booger. Sugar Booger, it's Tripod.
Yeah, just go to Sugar Booger. Booger Sugar.
That's it.
Corey Souza Originals, right?
Yeah, Corey Souza Originals on Facebook and Instagram.
And Instagram, Corey
Speak
Souza
up,
Originals.
dude.
I know, I'm sorry. I hate this stuff.
He's good. Hey, Rebecca, can
he's
you
shy,
turn
but
up
I'm going to
Corey's
bring
mic
him
just a little
along
bit?
here.
Corey's a low talker. Can you turn up his mic a little bit?
Turn up his mic. Turn mine down. Oh, and I got one of Sideshow's bikes here, my buddy. He couldn't be here. His Creep Show bike's down there. You guys are going to freak out when you see this baby.
That's really nice.
Oh, we got the Twisted T, right?
The Twisted T bike, flat broke chops and rods. Chris Callen's shop out of Pennsylvania has built another bike for Twisted T this year. That's their giveaway bike. So it started off as a 92 Softail that I acquired up in northern Minnesota.
Yeah, I know it does.
And they've turned it into, I forget what they're calling it. They can't call it a Cholo bike. I guess it's a lead sled or whatever. So apparently Cholo's offensive.
At the end of this deal, once we describe this beautiful dirty tail, I'm going to start it up. And if the throttle sticks, it ain't my fault. That's all I'm going to say.
And if the motor blows, I'm not fixing it. It's
right?
No warranty. Warranty's up.
Warranty's out.
Now, John, before you start the rocker boxes, tell me a little bit about your company. How long have you been around? I mean, a lot of people know you, but you also, every year there's people that are just finding out about lots of things.
Yeah.
So tell me about kind of when you started, how you started, why you started.
All right. I mean, you want me to go back to childhood?
Let's not go back to... Let's go after therapy. Let's go after
therapy. No, but I always was into dirt bikes, taking stuff apart, and just like Corey, we just evolved through time, man, and we're blessed to be able to do what we love for a living. I mean, it's so we're always coming up with new stuff, and I'm going to tell you the quick story about this guy. So last year, we're at the Full Throttle, and I had the Cholo bike that won the Hot Bike Tour. Not trying to build myself up or nothing.
How many times was that?
4 times. I got the
He's
rings
got him
to
in his
prove it.
pocket.
Hold
Don't
on.
worry. Yeah, he's got him.
Tom Brady brought his ring. Tom Brady brought his rings, yeah.
It's kind of like Tom Brady, but not really.
Did you put him out of business? Is that what happened?
No, that's a bad man. So I told Corey, we're standing around, I said, hey, take this bike for a ride. And he's all, yeah, he goes, sure. So I don't know how long he was gone. You know, I thought he stole it. But he comes back and he doesn't say a word. He said, yeah, it ride's nice. And all of a sudden, dude, he's building them right and left. He's came up with a bunch of good ideas for me that I'm going to say I thought of.
We expect nothing
But
less.
he's gonna, later on, he's going to tell you when we go over this bike he built, they rode him from Florida. So him and his crew, man, that's a testament.
So how long have you been in business, John, with Dirty Bird?
I was Sinister, and that's a different story, but since 2000, we'll say 2000.
It's a good run. So when you were 12.
Yeah, when I was 12, 13,
Yeah, 12,
I started back
So
in 2000.
now, Corey, you're out of Florida. What part of Florida are you out of?
Sarasota, Florida.
Sarasota, Florida. How did you get into bike building, and how long did you tell me the story of your shop, man?
I used to date Jody Perowitz, and I worked for Dave Perowitz. That's what I never even worked on bikes before. I used to do cars and stuff like that. So I started working, hanging around, and honestly, it was the best place. What I learned there, you can't learn in any schools. So
Hey, Dave put him to work, too.
he did.
Yeah, I'm sure he
You
did.
made it through the Perowitz
Yeah,
apprenticeship. You're a bad motherfucker.
That's true, man. That's true.
So I
Yeah.
did 9 years with Dave and learned as much as I could and stuff like that. And eventually I wanted to branch off and do my own thing. So I went to Florida, Sarasota. And,
Can you guys hear him? Turn up his mic some
Rebecca,
more.
we need more on Corey.
So I moved to Sarasota. I sold one of my bikes that I built when I was at Perowitz's for like 18 grand. I started my business. I got no partners on that. I started from the ground up.
Why Florida?
Actually,
truth.
I went to Georgia first for 6 months, and I just hated Georgia. And then another guy from Rowan Toys asked me to come work for him, and I did 2 years. And I started doing, you know, he wanted me to do sport bikes and build Harleys, and I just said, you know what, I can do this on my own. Why am I working for somebody else? I can just do it on my own, you know.
Well, in Florida has the most bikes registered of any state in the country too. So I mean, it's a
didn't know
great
that.
motorcycle
I didn't
state.
know
Yeah, it's yeah. So I mean, Florida, it's year-round riding, so it's
Yeah.
nice. So, well, guys, let's get into this. You guys have become staples in the industry and coming up with all kinds of cool stuff. Show me how easy it is to install your rocker boxes.
We're gonna pull the rocker boxes off. We'll see what's inside here. There might be birds' nests. I don't know what's in here. Maybe some weed if we're lucky.
Use rubbers.
Yeah, use condom. But let's. I think there's another one right there, dude. Let's.
I just want to say as a disclaimer, Billy, I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, any press is good press, bad or good. This
okay.
ain't a race, bro.
I'm not racing.
This ain't a
This
race.
is how I work naturally at home.
All right.
You know what I mean? Time is money.
Usually we have the, you know.
This dispels a myth right now, John. You do know how to use tools.
Well, yeah, people can see that I'm.
honestly sucking the
I've
shit
been
out of
up
me
here
right now.
practicing so I wouldn't look like an idiot for
He's
about
not
an hour.
MMI trained, but I mean,
We're gonna sell these Billy Lane bolts that come off this for $50 a piece. You can make a necklace out of them or whatever. Stir your drink with them. Telling you.
He's fucked up, man. He's so fucked up.
I told you, Corey. Corey, you heard me say I lost control.
Yeah.
As soon as it happened. Now, Corey, how many bikes does your shop putting out a year?
Hey, can we see up in here? There's nothing in here, just
Yeah,
like
they've
I
got a camera on
suspected.
it. Yep.
So, go ahead.
Sorry, it just depends on when you say if it's a frame up build or if it's like we're putting a body kit and a paint job and some big wheels on them. But we do a lot. I mean, I know there's over 30 bikes in my shop right now that we're building for people. So
good.
we stay busy.
Good on you.
So normally there's rockers in here with push rods. You'll take those off and pull that off and set it aside. I think. Right? Are they in there? All right. This ain't a race, bro. This ain't a race.
Corey, I think it is because he's going
This ain't
pretty
a race.
fast. It's a tortoise in the hair right here. Tortoise in the hair.
Our
Corey's
valve
on-
covers come with the center gasket, but you'll buy a new Harley
Yeah, you gotta buy a new one.
base rocker gasket.
If I was making them, I would send a gasket, but you know.
Yeah, I like to use rocker box gaskets on the
Yeah. Or
top.
speak up if you want to talk to us.
Come on up.
Hey, so that's my bodyguard down there. So if any of you guys fucking think I'm a pussy, see him. Oh, and he's buying drinks. Big Dave.
That's a mistake people make from the audience every once in a while. The guy with the microphone
Went into my drink.
slice you up.
Hold on.
He needs another drink, by the way, now.
Let me get that bolt out. There it is.
That's the second one that's been in there.
Is he ahead of me?
I'm not ahead of you, dog. Don't worry about me, man. I've already put your pans on the side. I'm just putting the bike down together. Motorcycle with the Billy.
Now, John, a lot of people want us to talk about how the big wheel baggers ride.
Yeah.
In terms of rake and trail, though, you've worked really hard to make them so that they're super functional.
Yeah, so HHI makes a good weld-on kit for the dirty tails. We'll get into all that later, but they ride like factory. If you go bigger than a 26, I'm not a fan. I don't want to talk about it. But the 23, 26, or even, I think the Creep Show's got an 18 on it. Is that right? No, I don't know.
It's an 18.
Just give me a nod.
It's an 18. I can tell from here.
But you got to zoom in on this bike right here, man. This thing is... I want to say I built it, but I didn't.
I got excited when you said you were calling for the freak show to be brought. I thought there were going to be a bunch of people come over from a carnival or something.
No, no.
I didn't get that lucky.
It don't have the big wheel on it, but you know what? It don't need it.
It's got everything else
Oh
on it.
yeah. Oh yeah, Sideshow went to town.
So now, John, if this motor,
Wait for him to catch
if
up.
this motor is in the bike, how easy a job is this to do?
Huh?
If the motor's in the bike,
So if the motor's in the bike, you'll pull the tank. On occasion, some of the Harley frames, you might have to shave a little bit of the backbone just so the back of the rocker box doesn't hit. In the soft tails, it's solid mounted, so it's not that important, but in the bagger, it's rubber mounted, and you don't want that baby tapping on the deal.
good word.
Who's ahead right now?
Apparently, we'll say you. I mean,
I don't need a hammer.
you're coming up hard on second place right now.
I'm coming in hard on
I mean,
second.
the guy in third doesn't stand a chance.
If you're not first, you're last.
Ricky Bobby,
What are we going to do with the, since we don't have no new gaskets, just put them on without it?
you want to peel these
These
things?
babies are baked on there.
Baked on them.
Yeah, just
Billy
put 'em on
probably
out.
rode this
Put 'em on
fucker
without
across the country
They're
for
going
us.
to come back off anyway at some point.
right.
I'm going to take them home, so
Yep.
So,
because then they'll be used.
so in reality, you would put the rocker box gasket on next, and then our bottom pieces.
I see you got them labeled here too, which is nice.
Oh, they're, yeah, tell them.
Right.
Yeah,
he's got them labeled on the
right here
backside.
can show everything.
Alright,
so.
Yeah, so
They're labeled.
They got R for rear and F for front, obviously, but they do come labeled, which is cool.
I didn't even know that was in there, so.
Well, here, you got the front.
So it comes with a rubber gasket. I copied this off Eddie Trotta.
But that was your idea.
Yeah, but, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I copied the idea from Trotta, my man. But the gasket slides in there. You'll put the base gasket on. I can't hear people out there. So this one says F on it. So I'm going to give that to Corey. You know? All right, here we go. The race is on.
Oh, we're racing?
Factory bolts back in. You only need to put a few
There's
in.
an old adage in the South. That's why I talk funny. I'm from the South, and country preachers use this rule, John. It is when you're sharing a story, you say, "John told me." Then the second time you tell it, "I heard a story once," and the third time, "I've always said," and then it becomes yours. So after 3 times, it's your idea, John.
Nah, I'm just going to put a couple just for this.
Okay.
So I'm going to beat Corey this time because I'm only going to put 2 bolts in. Don't tell him, though.
You trying to get out of here, John?
I'm almost done. Huh?
Are you trying to get out of here? You know.
No, I'm just trying to beat him on the way up. Done. Done.
That's what we call a smattering of applause right there.
I'm done. How many more bolts you got, dog?
It's usually somebody's mom.
I still got 10 more
You
to
know?
go.
Let me put this over into the pile. Oh, yeah.
Now, Corey, how many of these have you installed already? These?
I've done a few of these at my shop. They go along really well. Super easy to do, you know.
Nice fit, they don't leak.
No, and they look killer. I mean, I love the looks of the panhead tops. I think these are one of the better looking ones out of all, you know,
Yeah.
for a build.
Make
rock
sure
and roll.
that you don't tighten the bolts over 6 pounds, otherwise the warranties, they'll strip out.
6 pounds.
6 pounds. Me and him are human torque wrenches. We don't need a torque
I
wrench.
know, I knew you
we
didn't.
can feel it. This is a human torque wrench
I
right
tighten
here.
everything right up until the bolt snaps.
Where's the camera at? Oh, right
There's
there.
one there, there's one over there, there's one here. They're all over the place, man. It's
What's
like
up,
being in a
people?
convenience
Appreciate
store.
you guys watching. I know it's boring, but I promise you in the end, it won't be. This wood's gonna go on fire. All right, thank you, sir.
That's gonna make my week short.
The tops are the same, right?
Yeah,
There's
they're
no
the same.
front or
Yeah,
back.
they're the same.
Say it.
Yeah, the top's exactly the same on these.
Tops
so.
are the same, so you know, wear them as a hat. Is that for me?
Boss, I'm so sorry.
Break time.
Oh, I didn't know
we
you
got
had a
shots.
union shop going. They had to take
Oh,
a break.
yeah. Hold on, cheers. Oh, I thought that was for Corey, dude. Corey didn't get a shot.
Oh, I see where you and I rank now.
Yeah, working
It's
for
all
free.
right. It's all right. People love catfish, man.
Right.
Problem is, the only time we get celebrated is when we're dead and on a plate.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm falling behind.
It's all right.
A
I
couple
put a couple
bolts
screws
in
in
so
it.
you guys get the
He didn't take a smoke break.
effect.
Now, how many different finishes do you have in this?
Raw, chrome, or black.
Okay.
If he sends them to me, we'll gold plate them for you.
Yeah, if you order chrome, I send you black.
Now, is there a difference in cost for finish?
Yeah,
Okay.
the raw is cheaper. I think the chrome and the black's the same price.
Okay.
Yeah. What is the price?
I don't know. What is the price?
I don't know. Last time I looked, it wasn't.
Let me see if I can find it.
We take trades. Your old girlfriend or whatever you got. Hey, we're trying to think of some. Hey, Paul. Go get him. You guys want to see a fight?
Anything like that.
You guys want to see a fight? Get Paul up here. Tracy.
I can't find it.
Hey, 6 pounds of torque. I feel like 3, 4, 5, about 6.
What, you guys not get along?
Yeah, we get along.
Does anybody have a phone that'll look up how much these actually cost?
Hey,
I don't have good service.
I do.
on
I'll
this.
look it up for her.
we're trying to figure out how to give these away. Hey, Paul. Come up here, dude. We're doing a live thing for Cycle Source. So we got Paul Tracy wandering by. We thought we'd bring him up here.
What's up, Paul?
Black label
Yeah.
baggers in the house.
That's
Indy cars, baby.
What do you?
I can beat him at anything but that, I think.
Are you guys pretending to work?
Oh, yeah,
it.
we're
I said, I'll come up here. These wrenches just have to say on and off. That's the only way I was going to work. I don't know, you know.
But he's got, how many people do you think are watching right now?
We probably got about 50,000 people watching right now. In a couple of weeks, there'll be about 1 million people that will watch our show.
But check out Black Legable Baggers. He does some pretty cool stuff.
Yep.
Not as cool as mine, but pretty cool.
Paul Tracy.
Not
So.
even close to as cool as
Now, Paul, do you have rocker boxes similar to these?
I have, not mine are stock. I don't have any billet ones.
You don't have any billet ones, all right. So, but if you did, you'd know how much they cost, right?
Yeah.
And they're the same price.
That's,
Well, I don't know. He doesn't know how much they are. So.
well, you can say it.
All right, I'll say.
Imagine what are a set of rocker boxes? $1,000?
Nah,
Less.
these are 850 bucks
850
retail. They come black and chrome. They're both the same price.
50, but you do have, if you're a dealer, if you're a
Yeah,
shop,
yeah.
you can
30%.
get a dealer. You know.
So Eddie Trotta makes a pretty cool pair. You guys can
850.
check those out.
Yeah.
Covington makes some cool ones. We made these look as close to real panhead covers as we could.
I know Pat Patterson at Lead Sled makes some. He
Does
started
he?
making them for Sportsters, but they'll work on Evos.
Oh yeah? These are just twin cams.
Just twin cams. So
Yeah, and he rode down there with
he
me.
might be the only cat making
I'll
up
catch
the
up with you, Paul.
Evos.
Good seeing you.
Thanks, man. Thanks for coming up, buddy.
So we're trying to think of some way to give these away. One idea is whoever could do the most push-ups.
Pick. I want these rocker
hold on,
boxes.
hold
Come
on.
on, Pick. These look good on your motor, dude.
Hold on. The second one is who could do the most pull-ups on that
Again, you.
horseshoe thing. Anybody else have any ideas? You got anything?
Well, you know, we could
Jumping
ask
jacks?
jumping jacks. We could get the old biker game where you got to hold like 2 buckets full of crap out there.
Oh,
You know,
shit.
that's close.
I like that.
Oh, shit.
That's kind of across gender lines.
Or who could do the most shots?
What's that?
850
online.
retail.
850 retail on these
Almost
beautiful
free.
monsters. So John wants to give him away. Where's Taylor at? Do I have Taylor Schmidt? Taylor Schmidt.
Huh? Favorite fan? Hey, so yesterday I got to tell this story. Can we can't zoom over to her?
We'll try to pick her up, yeah.
Okay. So yesterday we all pull in and this lady runs up and says, "Oh, I can't believe it's my first time at Sturgis," and took a picture and everything. It was super cool for me. I like it. So we're leaving and Doug's putting on his helmet and all the shit, dude, fucking makeup, whatever. And I'm like, fuck it. So I just just start burning the tire. And we're right on Main Street. And there's 4 cops. We're at the intersection. And dude, I mean, it's ridiculous. The smoke, the whole street, you can't see it. Then I blow down the street and then I come back and get them. And I look over and the cops are sitting there. I'm like, I'm fucking going to jail. And for some reason, the sergeant or whoever must have said, that's John from Dirty Bird. I don't know what happened, or God threw lightning down, or something happened, dude. But I had a few drinks. No jail, dude. I mean, it was bad.
You got a ticket?
I got the black marks in the pavement to prove it. No ticket. They didn't even say, don't do that again.
Did you have to sit in the front of the car?
Nothing. They
Jeez.
never even walked over and said stop.
There they go. He's an asshole. Does that do his thing?
famous.
It'll be fine.
It was. That's probably one of my best stories because usually.
We got one more, that'll be great.
What, baby? Hi to who? Hi, Brian. Brian. Don't be crying.
I'm looking for one more bucket to do this game right
Who
here.
wants to do the buckets, dude? These are $850, dude. If you hold the buckets up, we'll time it.
So he's looking for another bucket. So John, why don't you show us this bike? Why don't you and
All
Corey
right.
go over to this bike while we're waiting for a bucket?
All right. Let me get these out of the way. Hey, for sound, does it matter if that's on?
Nope, they won't pick it up.
Testing. Shit's easy, dude. They ain't even out there.
I know.
Hey, so I wish I could say I built this bike, but I didn't. Corey built it for his customer down here.
Silky Johnson.
Silky?
Silky.
Silky smooth. All right? This guy's silky fucking smooth. He rode this thing from Florida. All these bikes of theirs rode from Florida. I rode Electric Glide.
There you go.
But anyway, I'm going to let him
Real
tell
proud
you
of
what they thought of the ride or whatever. You want to come up here, dude? I mean, come up real quick. And then we'll just kind of go over what the difference is between the bikes. I mean, everybody knows that the Softails ride like shit.
Yes.
Shit. I don't care if Harley gets mad. They ride like shit. That idea of putting the shocks under the frame, worst idea ever. See these? Not under the frame. Take it away.
All right, so this bike started off as a 2006 Softail Deluxe. I rode one of John's bikes last year, like he said, and they do ride really, really well. So we came back to the shop and we decided we're going to build a couple of these. I want to build one for myself. I have big wheel baggers too, same with Russ, but we wanted to ride out here in Softails. So we started this one up. We used John's parts on this. It's his nacelle, his cap. We also do his oil bag covers, which is super cool. They stretch way down, covers up the starter and stuff. It's his exhaust system, his swing arm, his air ride system on it. So we did all that. Another thing, I hate the throttle cables on these bikes, so we bought a 2011 CVO Softail harness. So I laid a new harness in it, then did twist grip. We added the BCM and did the Thunder Max and converted to newer stuff.
Wow, all right.
So
Can
it's
anybody
fully
understand what he's saying?
Yeah. Go back and look at it on Facebook. Bucky,
Yeah.
you're deaf.
So this is the owner here. Let's see what he thinks about the bike.
First of all,
Talk to his nipple.
Talk to my nipple.
let me give a shout out to Corey Souza, man. He builds a fabulous bike. He's probably built 6 for me over the past 4 years, and he's a hell of a builder. But
Pretty soon you'll be a Dirty Bird customer. Go ahead.
who's Dirty Bird?
That's me. I'm gonna steal this guy.
I'll tell you, man, changing the Softail over to the Dirty Bird, man, the bike rode phenomenal.
Nice.
You know, we rode from Pennsylvania to Vermont all the way over to Sturgis, and dude, the bike ride's great, man.
Good. Whose floorboards though? Let's give a shout out.
Cycle Smith,
Those things look comfortable.
Carlini bars.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, who did the paint?
Oh yeah. Who's the painter?
Well, first of all,
Says Corey Souza.
Well, first of all, let me give a shout out to Execution, Kyle Morley for the fenders. I hate to say that to
Yeah.
you, Shope,
Hey,
but
no,
that's where they
no,
are.
dude. Those guys
But
are.
Jeff Ehrman banged the airbrush paint out. He did a hell of a job.
Yep. No. Who did the seat?
Just a factory Saddleman seat.
Saddleman?
But I just did,
Yeah, but there ain't no.
I know, I pulled this back, put a stud, drilled a hole, kind of make it look slick.
Yep. I like the white walls, dude. I mean, out of all these bikes, this bike came up here. So that was my
Beautiful
doing.
work, beautiful. But you know, he knocks it out. I've been
Yeah.
watching his stuff for years. I mean, he knocks it out every
Yeah.
time. You see them pull up. We were, last year, you guys were in the Badlands. You guys, a bunch of you.
They ride.
We saw each other there last year, and they ride, man. They were getting ready to take off through the Badlands and kill it with these things.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. But
Hey, let me tell you the story about him, how him and me met. It's kind of a shitty story on me, but I'm gonna fucking tell it.
He's an
So he
asshole.
calls me up and says, "Hey, I talked to Paul Yappy, and Paul said you might have a 30-inch tire." And me and Paul are cool now, dude. I love Paul, but for a minute there, we're whatever. And so I said, "Hey, fuck Paul and fuck you."
No, he's telling it wrong. I said, hey, I'm looking for a 30-inch tire for my personal bike. I wasn't like wasting his time. First it says, press 1 to talk to John. Never thought he was gonna answer, you know? And he goes, whoever told you to call me, suck my motherfucking dick, and he hung up on me.
say
That's
that.
what he did. That's what he did. You did.
Okay.
Then I tried to talk to him at
I'll
Lollipops,
own it.
and he did one of these to me.
I'll own it.
One of these
Oh,
to me,
no.
yeah.
Where's the
One of these to
camera
me. He's that guy.
oh, Paul,
No.
John, that doesn't look good for you.
Hey,
I know,
but
he's good.
listen,
though. He's good.
That's a long time ago. So then we were at Lollipops, which I really wasn't there, the strip bar. My wife's out there.
He was outside.
Yeah.
It's Lollipops Hamburgers.
Yeah.
And Corey was trying to talk to me, and I was talking to somebody, and I kept turning around. I didn't even know he was trying to talk to me. So he never talked to me. But anyway, we become friends after that.
Yeah.
Dude, I appreciate the bikes he's doing, dude.
Corey, I feel your pain for years. John and I were on a hot bike tour together. For years, I just wanted him to say hello to me when he saw me.
Drink, please.
And I tried to be John's friend, and John's like, you got to do something more important. You got to do something cool. You can't be fat.
You can't be fat.
Stupid. I just can never be John's friend. But no, John, you're a big personality, John.
Drinks.
You're a big personality. Big personality, but you got a lot of friends in
Hey,
the industry.
hold on. So as I'm aging, now that I've turned 47, this could be believable, 47, I just feel like you know what I mean? I just want to enjoy every day, dude. I don't want to be mad at anybody. I don't want to, you know what I mean? We're all here for a second, man. We keep losing friends. Jesse Rook really messed me up, dude. Jason a few years ago. I don't know.
Ness, just, you know,
Arlen, oh my
keep
God.
losing, keep losing.
Dude.
folks.
No, I won't. Bodyguards are not in the
But
will.
thanks for asking. You know, in the politest way, go fuck yourself.
Hey, so I gotta say one more thing. So the way this started is, I went over to Sideshow Cycles, and we had so much stuff doing. I brought a shovel head over to Sideshows, and I'm bringing in all these boxes, and I asked him, I go, hey bro, you got a Sawzall? And he goes, yeah, I got a fucking Sawzall. So I get the Sawzall, and we get the bike up on the lift. It's like whatever saw, and I Sawzall the neck off right in front of him, right? And he's like, what are you doing, you know? And I just tell him, hold the handlebars. So the whole front end, we lay on the ground, and then I tell him what I want him to do. So he builds these 2 shovel heads for me, and me and Sarah, my wife, ride him around town, up to the hideaway, and dude, everybody's freaking out, but we're fucking no power, smoke's blowing out of the back, they're leaking oil. So I thought, well, you know what, I should take a new Softail and make it look like this. That way you got fuel injection, you know, you got all the, you know, advantages of all the Harley stuff. So that's how this whole thing went together. But I gotta say one more thing about Sideshow. We did the front end, and I already made the fenders and for the Softail, and he goes, what if we put the old FL swing arm style under with the shocks out on the back? And dude, when he said that, before he even finished saying that, I was like, oh my God, fucking, I mean, without that, it's a shitty riding bike that looks cool. Honestly. We didn't invent the swing arm. It's Road King, Dyna, FXR, but that changed the whole game of everything. When you ride one of these bikes, it's on. So
Well, that 2010 sitting right there with a ripped seat, right, that black.
Yeah.
I just bought that and getting ready to do this to it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
So a bunch of people come to the shop and want one done, and they go, oh, I just want to do the front. So I pull one out of the showroom and let them take it for a ride. And as soon as they come back, they're like, do the back too. And I'm sure Corey's have the same experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's that? I got my wife trying to. What?
You better just pay attention. I don't know what she's saying.
Oh,
You
the
pay
bucket
attention.
challenge. You want to do
know
the
my
bucket
codes.
challenge.
I don't know your codes.
All right.
I know you're in trouble because you went to Lollipops Hamburgers.
Corey's gonna run you around this bike and tell you how it rode here and all that. He hates talking, so.
How many miles did you ride the bike here?
So Russ rode this one from Pennsylvania. We started at NAMS Electronics. We rode there upstate New York to Buffalo, Burlington, Vermont.
I don't know.
So it ended up being, I think, 2,400 miles total. So we rode this one, this black one down here. Woody Check rode his. That's the second year he's ridden that one with us. My new one is the black and gold one. We rode that one here. We brought a 32 late frame bagger we rode. All our bikes that we build in the shop, we ride. Every year we ride our bikes out to Sturgis.
You know, one of the things I like about particularly your bike down here, you don't have to, I know it's Parents Paint Show Day, you don't have to gaudy up a bike. You just do some simple, nice custom touches to a bike. You can paint it black and it stands out in the crowd.
Correct.
Hey,
You know.
sorry to interrupt, but for the Evos now, we have the swing arm and the pipes coming from the Evos. So if you have an old Evo or you grab one for $2,000 or whatever, big 124 in it, however you want to do it. Right now our parts fit 2000 to 17, but now they're going to go back to where the Evo started.
Yeah, because that pissed Chris off when he called you
I
and
know.
he couldn't get it.
Yeah.
So Chris ended up having to figure out how to make your stuff work. But
So there's an Evo right there by you guys.
yeah, so
That had to be in the lineup. So
Yeah,
I'm excited. I want to do an old twin or an old Evo.
Evo, yeah, man.
Yeah.
For me, that was the best motor, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I've never been a fan of a lot of the other ones, but well, John.
Have him keep going over whatever.
Yeah, I mean, with these things too, right here, like you don't have to spend $100,000 to have a show-winning bike. I mean, these are a fraction of the price. They ride really good, so it's like, why? They make sense. Why not? And you can buy, like you said, I bought mine for $2,750.
Right.
So, and I think you paid $5,000 for this when you first got it. You can buy these cheap, and it just makes sense, you know.
Well, listen, you know, my tagline at Sin Central Garage is resurrecting hot rods, Harleys, and Hellions. We're a nonprofit, so the Hellions comes in because we do a lot of mission work. Everything we make, we give away. But But you don't have going to the Harley dealer anymore. My brother's a finance manager at one in Florida, and he breaks his heart. Guys come in, pay 42 grand for a stock bike.
Right.
You know, if you've got 40 grand, build yourself something that's going to stand out.
Absolutely.
Make it your own.
Yeah.
I tell people that all the time.
Or make it John's. That's what he wants.
You want to tell him or me about the neck?
About what? Cutting it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just it's an HHI, weld-on neck. It's a little bit tougher than the baggers because you
That's
actually.
Hog Halters Incorporated. They're out of
Yep.
North Georgia.
Yep. So it's a short neck. So it's 2 inch
Mark's
shorter.
awesome.
Mark's awesome. Yep.
It's a short neck kit, so it's 2 inch shorter than stock. It's got the crown triple tree, which will allow you to get the bike closer to the ground and give it that look.
Right. Oh my God!
What's up, Chris?
Hey!
How you doing, man? Great to see you.
You made it back. Yes, sir. Twisted Tea guys here.
Chris Callen, as I like to introduce him, the founder, the owner, the editor of Cycle Source Magazine, the only chopper magazine in the world.
Yeah.
We're going to give them away, but we got 2 buckets over here. Somebody's going to hold them out.
So we're trying to think of how, we want to give those either the most pull-ups on that thing, push-ups, or hold the bucket out straight.
I got the 2 buckets over here.
Hold the
now.
buckets out. Gets him. Let me get set up. Let's get a list.
I got these 2 buckets right here.
Hey. So I'm gonna
gotta
go
figure out how
back
to
into the
choose
front
the
end of
2
these
people to
bikes
hold the bucket.
because for a builder to be able to make a bike look better is a pretty good accomplishment. But to make it ride better and look better, anyway, these are my babies. So inside here is Road King trees, which puts the tubes behind the neck. On a regular Softail, the tubes are in front of the neck. It flops, it wobbles, whatever. So thanks to Mark from HHI, and also American Suspension makes a bolt-on neck kit for these bikes that rides just as good for the guys that have no skill to do anything. But anyway, so that's another thing. These are wider than the Softails. We make the nacelles. There's a bunch of new parts coming. Corey actually figured out how to put our speaker pods on so you can have tunes. He's got the amps and the speakers. I'm going to get the formula from him. We're going to make the crash bars, and that'll be available.
He's going to pay me a royalty,
too.
please.
So, pretty good. Of course, I'm going to say I invented it.
All right, we got to figure out a way to choose 2 people that are going to hold the bucket.
All right, let's do the buckets.
We need 2 people that want to compete for a chance to win these rocker boxes.
$850.
$850 value.
Uh-oh.
Roadside Marty, you in on this?
Come on, pick.
Come on, Roadside.
We need a timer.
You in? You in? Come on. You want him up here. Okay, that's our 2 guys. Roadside and this gentleman here. Come on. What do you mean you're eating? Bring your sandwich with you. You said you wanted to play. Okay. So this is what we're going to do.
It's fucking hard, dude, but after you do it,
We're going to have you guys hold one of these buckets each in front of you. And the first one that hits the floor is disqualified doing this.
Oh, they're going to go together.
They're going to go together.
All right, I see.
The first one that drops it is out. The other one wins these rocker boxes from Dirty Bird.
$850.
You want to do the honors?
No, I don't know how to do it. Corey,
All right. You guys want to see grown men shaking at the knees? What's up, Broken Spoke?
Those
One
buckets
hand.
are
He's got
filled
more
with
than
Jack
you do?
Daniels.
Hold it straight up.
Bucket.
Come on, make some noise for these guys. We'll get them going.
You get to keep the bucket, dude.
On the count of 3,
Oh, no.
2, 1, go! It starts out. It starts out. It's shaking up. Look at the look of intense determination right there. He's like, I'm getting them rocker boxes, man.
You got to hold them straight.
You got to put the arm out straight. Arm out's got to go straight, dude. You gotta put the
No, wait a
arm out,
minute.
dude.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I thought you knew what we were doing.
No.
Test 1, 2.
Start over. We start over. Other hands up.
Wait. It's coming down. It's coming down. That's in a couple seconds. Yeah, you got a rotator cuff. Oh, no, you can't turn it. You can't turn. Here. He's still up. He's still up.
I just heard one farted.
It gets hard, baby. It gets hard. I've seen Jay Allen do this with guys.
Bullshit. You got it. Come on,
they're straining. They're straining.
Hey,
Roadside will not be beating this.
Yeah, pour that one. That's all. Pour it in there.
Straight out, man.
Watch this.
Oh, you dirty bastard. I'm going to give you 3 seconds. You got to get it up. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. He's leading. He's done. Roadside's winning this thing.
Yeah.
Woo! That, listen, you will have, they're both going to have cramps for the next couple days from doing that. I swear to God, it's one of the hardest things you ever see.
Good to meet you, bro.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go straight now. Take my orthopedic.
Give it up for both of those guys, and for John Shope giving away $850 pair of Rocker Block covers.
All right. We pull them back off
take them
and give
off?
it to them. Yeah, we got some bubble wrap back there. Okay.
Here, Pat. Here.
All right. Who? All right, where is he?
All right, guys.
Let's send the other guy to send to.
All right, wait. Come back up here.
Hey, get up here, dude. Get
Number
back
one
up here.
loser. Come back up.
Number one.
John Shope. Everybody in the industry thinks John's an asshole, but he said, let's give that other guy a set too. You're getting a set of rocker boxes. He's like Oprah Winfrey, and you get a set of rocker boxes. He's giving you a set
Who gets the
too,
scratch
buddy.
set that John did?
So my wife's here. Give her all your info, and we're going to give these to the other one.
Yep, we'll give
I
those
got
others
my
a
mechanic
roadside.
taking them apart, preparing them right now.
Hey, man, thanks for playing
job,
the game.
dude.
It's all for fun, man.
I
All
hope
for
your
fun.
back's all right. Hey, ask him if he wants chrome or black or whatever.
All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. This has been incredible. But,
Yeah.
John, I think you got one more treat for us.
Oh, there's a treat coming.
He's got one more treat for Chris.
Hey, if this goes over the thing, I'm not...
We're about to make YouTube history here.
Hey, Roland Sands is a bad motherfucker, dude, but he went off the stage accidentally, so if I do, don't fucking think bad of me.
Hey, seriously, just aim that way, though, towards your bike.
No, man.
Aim it towards your bike.
Had to throw
I want you to hit your own
something
shit. Don't hit
over
my
the road.
shit.
All right, folks. He won. It's funny, he was bitching about the noise from the bikes out there earlier. When I was doing the segment right before this, he was doing burnouts back there. We couldn't hear either.
Corey built this,
he's
so
got a
it
fob.
might not
Where's
start.
your fob?
What's that?
Might not work. Corey built it.
No.
Come to Dirty Bird.
Where's Silky Johnson's fob? I need to keep fob.
Silky, where's your fucking fob?
Yeah. Where'd he go? Silky, I need your fob, dude.
Silky, fob, Silky. Where did he go? Did he go to the... John, how does that happen?
I don't know. Dirty Bird just starts right up.
A dirty bird just starts right up. So listen, I'm going to tell you guys about something we're working on with John. John has just recently submitted for us a series of videos that's a look into his history, his personal history as a builder coming up. We're going to be doing this with builders around the country, man, and it's all due to him. He's
Everybody.
Horowitz, you know, we're going to get everybody we can get a hold of to do the personal history of these guys and put that stuff on social media. So look for that stuff coming out here soon. All right.
This is my first try, so don't think if it doesn't work out good, I tried.
Gosh, she's hurt. She's hurt. Take a knee.
Yes.
Hurt. I'm just gonna stand in front of this guy.
Silky.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
I don't need that.
doing? How you gonna do all six?
I'm gonna get right over by the edge. Yeah. Corey built it.
Give it up for John Shope, Dirty Bird Customs. Right on, right on. All right, folks, that's Greasy Gears Garage for right now. We're getting ready to move up there for the Perilous Paint Show Awards. Thank you, John Shope. Thank you, Corey Sousa.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having us.
Always a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us. Facebook Live, thank you for being with us.
Look at the fucking
We'll
wood,
see you
dude.
back here at 4 for the awards for the Perilous Show.
Are we done with the speaker? Corey Sousa's buying drinks for everybody.
There you go.
Corey